There's a song by Tupac called All About You. Nice song, you know. The thing about Tupac is he, at a young age, experienced so much and was able to relate it all through song, through lyric. And he says a lot of interesting things. And there's this song, so basically he's talking about, everywhere I go, every city we go to, we see the same problem. And it's not exactly a direct quote, but that's kind of what he's saying in the song. And I think I can kind of relate. It's kind of like wherever you go, there you are, and whatever you were running away from finds you. And basically there's always something, there's some problem, there's something that is not right with the situation, and sooner or later you run into it. It just happens. It happens. And there's honeymoon periods and stuff like this. But eventually, whatever was giving you an issue in the past is going to catch up with you in your future. And that's kind of an opportunity for you to decide how to get past that problem. In fact, you're progressing when you start to solve problems and you notice progress. You notice your life changing and improving. And it's a slow process, and you can see I can see when I look at people, I can see kind of how far up the spectrum they've gone, how many problems they've been able to solve. And I think, looking back for me personally, I think I've solved some, but there's still a lot of them out there, and I'm definitely working on it. How to get to the next level, the next echelon. And so yeah, basically the thing with that song and the thing with life is you can't escape your problems. I was in a certain place, I was dealing with a certain situation, tried to get out of that, but in a new situation there's new adventures, new avenues, new routes for success or failure. I think that's something to just know up front. How to solve difficult problems, it's not straightforward. A lot of it's mental. A lot of it is mental. It's just a pure mental game. And you have to decide what your goal is. And you just simply have to decide how are you going to achieve your goal. And I think, like I was saying, with it being mental, a lot of it is really just controlling your own mental state. Sometimes I listen to self-help books in the car, especially now that I'm commuting a little bit more. And a lot of it is just controlling your mental and emotional states, your response to things. Generally speaking, if you can put yourself into a positive mindset, you're probably gonna win the battle, whatever battle you're facing. And the problem is that when you need to be in that positive mindset, it's gonna be the hardest to do it. And that's actually the trick. The trick is you got to put yourself there even when you don't feel like being there. So it's a constant mental battle. Really, we pretend that our problems are discrete, that it's this thing or that thing or this entity. Realistically, I think it's a tough pill to swallow, but realistically the problem really is deep inside yourself, and you're trying to understand the situation. And reminded of a quote from Training Day where basically he says, what you got to do, and this is always the case, what you got to do is match up what's in your head with what's going on out there. If you can do that, then it's going to make sense. You've got to figure out what's going on out there and how do I get this to match that. And whatever you got to do to make that happen, you got to make that happen. To get to your goal, whatever that goal is, you got to make that happen, achieve your goal. And once you achieve your goal, you can sort of take a step back and think and say, what next? Where am I at now? So, there's a lot of vague stuff there, but basically, everywhere you go, there's problems. You can't escape them. You can't run from them. There's no Shangri-La. There's no place that is free of problems. I was in the most beautiful part of the country. Beautiful place, beautiful weather, just like this right now. Beautiful hills, beautiful cliffs, gorgeous ocean. And I was driving around in a beautiful car with 22-inch rims with so many problems going on. And the funny thing is, I look around and I feel like I wasn't the only one. But that's how it goes. It's Real Garm D.